Good evening and welcome to tonight's Psychic and Spiritual segment. We have for you another fantastic reader this evening. And you haven't come to listen to me waffle, so I shall introduce tonight's reader. We have the lovely Bill Hughes. Please make him welcome.
Hello there, Karen.
Hello.
Hello there, Karen. Hello, everybody who's joining. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. Thank you for joining us. And firstly, we'll start this evening with, can you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and about your background, if you don't mind, please?
Of course I can. Well, my name's Bill Hughes, and I've been a serving spiritual medium since November 2019. So I'm still relatively new on the spiritual circuit. I've been conscious of spirit from a very young age, from the age of 11, as a young boy when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. And it wasn't until it wasn't until very recent years that I actually started my journey with regards to giving my service as a medium to spirit. So as I say, I started the journey in November 2019 as a serving medium. Prior to that, I'd sat development circles, and development circles, for those of you that are joining us here this evening that may not know what I'm talking about, a development circle is a medium's classroom. So that's where we sit and we do the majority of our training before we go out into the big wide world and serve the general public. So I sat circle for about 3 to 4 years, Karen, prior to serving spirit out in the churches and the centres and via the platform online.
Wow. Well, I hope everybody see, I like to have a little bit of background on everything. I've read up on you, obviously, but I'm not going to sit here and talk about you in front of you. So I think it's much more important for you to speak for yourself and to explain your journey to everyone, because it's your journey, not for me to explain. So thank you for explaining that. I do appreciate it. And would you like to just explain to everybody how you're going to work this evening, please?
I will. So the way that I work, or the way I choose to work, but obviously spirit are in control. So if they decide that Bill's got to work a slightly different way this evening, then Bill will do so. But the way that I generally work when I'm doing my mediumship online is I will actually link with your loved ones, your friends, your family from the spirit realms. And I will try to be as descriptive as I possibly can, whether that be that they'll actually stand and present themselves to me so that I can get physical sight. If they don't do that, then I will ask them just to conjoin their energies with me, just to come that little bit closer and to place that image of them within my mind, so that again I can be as descriptive as I possibly can with regards to the spirit visitor that I'm working with here this evening. And once I've been able to do so, and I've been able to make that connection with one of the lovely people that are watching here this evening, once I've established that link, I like to try to go into as much of a personal message for that person, because there's always a reason why spirit make this link with us. And I just think it's wonderful as mediums if we can try to give as much evidence as possible for the recipient that's having the reading. And when I've done so and the recipient's happy with regards to the information that I've relayed, before I send them back off up to the angels, I always ask them to give me a parting gift. Now, this parting gift could be something that's symbolic. It could be something that's already been exchanged when they were here within the physical sense. But I just think it's lovely to finish a reading off with a gift from your loved one as a parting gesture. So that's the way that I like to work online. Obviously, it's slightly different when we're serving in a physical sense in churches and centres and public demonstrations, because you get that feel of that energy and that connection with the person who's in front of you. So we've all been challenged, I would say, somewhat during the lockdown months, because we've had to place so much more trust within our guide team to give us the information that it is that the recipient needs whilst we're conducting readings online. So yeah, that's the way that I'm going to hopefully work for you guys this evening.
Well, thank you. And what I'd just like to add there before we continue is if we get any scammers or anything, please do ignore them. We have got a fantastic team at Keep On Chatting that sort those scammers out. We do delete them, we do remove them, we do block them. So please, rather than respond to them or anything else, please ignore them. And also, if you are new to us this evening, what I'd also like to tell you is if anyone should directly contact you, either it be via commenting or inbox you, please be aware that nobody from this network and none of the readers that have ever read for us, that no reader worth their salt will directly contact you and offer you a reading, because we just don't do it. So I just like to reiterate that, just so please, if you are contacted, block them and ignore. Do never ever reply. Just ignore them. They're just trying to scam you. So I just like to let everyone know that right at the beginning, and I will tell everyone again at the end as well. Thank you all for joining us. And this evening, also, one last thing, feedback is very important. If you have ever been and seen a physical medium, or you've been to church, or you've been to platform, or had a one-to-one, it is a two-way communication. It's not when we're working, we're not just talking on a message from to you. So we do require you to give us feedback, please, because there will delay because I read the comment. Please make sure you're giving feedback if you can take the information. So please, everybody, listen and let's find out where we're going and we're starting tonight. And I will leave you to carry on.
Wonderful, thank you, Karen. That's a beautiful way to hand over. And as Karen rightly says, please just be conscious, guys, that if anybody should approach you, as she says, they are by no means affiliated to myself or the Keep On Chatting network. So I will get things kicked off. As Karen says, I'm purely dependent upon your comments here, guys, and Karen's going to be very kind and direct me with regards to who's responding. It's so important that I have that interaction with you through the comment section, because that just enables me to continue with the vein of the message and know that I'm making that connection with the correct recipient here this evening. Okay, I am conscious, and I do want to get started because I've got this gentleman who's beginning to join his energies here with me now, and as this gentleman starts to make himself known to me and he stands beside me here, the first thing that I need to be saying is that I am associating this gentleman with a father vibration. So I know that this is somebody's dad that I'm making a connection with here this evening. As this gentleman makes himself more known to me, I need to be stood at around 6 foot in height with this gentleman, and I need to be of a slender frame as well. Okay, he shows me that he would have had a wonderful head of dark hair in his younger years, but the thing that he's actually doing with me now, and he's making me very conscious of as he's working with me, is he's making me rub my hands together, but especially my thumbs. So I know that this must have been some type of characteristic that this gentleman would have actually displayed when he was here in the physical sense on the earth plane before making his crossing over into spirit, you would understand. Okay, he does give me, as he's drawing his energies and conjoining with me, he does give me discomfort in and around my head area. He gives me an incredible aching sensation as he joins and conjoins with me. So I know I need to be understanding and relaying that there would have been issues in and around my head with this gentleman prior to him making his journey home to spirit there. Okay, I know as well with this gentleman that I feel very strongly that I need to be making a link or a connection with a female recipient here this evening. Okay, he also does, okay, he also does give me a great sense of him having a wonderful character. And when I say a wonderful character, I need to be very jovial with this gentleman as he actually just starts to work that little bit harder with me. I know that he would have been one that would have been a practical joker, and he would have loved to have wound everybody up. I know that he would have really have liked to have riled the children up, especially, he makes me understand, as he starts to chat away in my ear now. Okay, so I know that he would have riled the children up. I feel as though I need to be associating this to grandchildren, okay, and sending them back home and being very content within his within himself that he actually he's actually really reared them up, and he's got them so hot wired that it would have taken absolutely hours to have got these children settled back down for bed. I'm just going to click on to my chat function here just to see if there's anybody that can associate to the description of this chap that I'm working with. And again, Karen, I'll just be reliant on you as well to be my extra set of eyes whilst I continue to work with him. But as I say, I do have a strong fatherly link vibration that I need to be making a connection with here, whether this be dad or dad's dad, you would understand, for somebody here this evening. I don't want to be too big in my frame with this gentleman either, because he just, as he starts to impression himself on me somewhat, he feels as though he can fit quite neatly into my frame. Okay. And I'm quite a broad chap, so I know that I don't want to be particularly broad up top with this gentleman. I know he would sit particularly well with inside my frame here. Okay, let me just click on to these comments just to see if there's anybody that I'm drawn to at this moment in time. Let me get a little bit more information for you there, guys, as well. Could you also understand as well, please, as I'm working away with him, that you would understand that he would have lost a sense of his mindset prior to crossing into spirit, because he just does make me feel somewhat a little bit confused as he's chatting away to me here. It's almost as though what I want to be saying, that my words are beginning to become mumble jumble. They seem to be difficult to unravel. So I know that he would have experienced issues with regards to his mind not being the way that he would have liked to have been. Okay, and I can see that we've got somebody here that's placing a comment up, but my eyes are shot to pieces. So, Nikki, you're saying that some of this makes sense to you. Perfect, Nikki. Please just do converse with me with regards to what it is that you understand, because if there are certain elements that you cannot take, then I need to go back and check that information, okay, with regards to why it's been placed with me, because sometimes spirit place that in a symbolic sense as well, and they just have to make us work a little bit harder. So please just do give me a little bit more elaboration with regards to what it is that you're understanding, just so that I can get a feel as to whether or not it's you that I'm working with here, my darling, or indeed Christine Davis, who has also popped up that she can take some of this information as well. Okay, you would also understand as well, please. I'm just asking him to give me a little bit of information with regards to what's going on in and around you guys here at this present moment in time, just so that I know who I'm being pulled and drawn to. Okay, so Nikki, you're saying your granddad passed with a brain tumour. Perfect. Perfect that he passed with that, but that actually sits particularly well with me with regards to the reason why I'm getting all of this discomfort within my head. It was around 15 years ago now, but was very quick. Lost his speech at the end. Perfect. Okay. And Christine, you're saying that you can take the mind thing. Christine, I wonder if you can relate to any of the other information, because I do feel quite strongly that I think I should continue working this link with Nikki here, as she seems to be able to take the majority of. Let me get just a little bit more information there for you, Nikki, because I'm asking you just to give me a sense of what's going on around you at this moment in time, and the reason indeed why it is that he's actually coming to make this connection here with you this evening. He's not taking away this ache within my head, okay? So I know that I need to be relating this issue around you as well. So you would understand at this present moment in time that there's a lot of aching that's going on in and around your head. And I want to be putting this aching down to, as he tells me, I want to be putting this aching down to my thought process and my overthinking is making me understand. So I know that there's been an awful lot of worry. We've been consuming ourselves with far too much that doesn't need to be actually sitting and serving us a purpose at this moment in time. You would understand, please, my lovely. And again, just do converse with me so I know that I'm on the right track and I'm on the right vein of here with you, my darling. Okay. And I can see Jessica Bailey's joining us now as well. So thank you for joining us, Jessica, and good evening to you too, my lovely. But I wonder if you can understand the reason why he's just placed that with me there, please, Nikki. And again, as I say, I'm waiting on your feedback just so that I'm able to continue to move on somewhat with this message of this lovely gentleman. You would understand as well with him, okay, that he makes me feel and he makes me understand as he's starting to come that little bit closer. Yes, you're having some unpleasant work stresses at the moment. Okay, my darling. That's the reason why he was just giving me that sense of that discomfort still being placed within my mind. Okay. And what he's doing with me is, as I'm actually just working away with him now, what he's actually doing with me is he wants to take me. He wants to take me away. He wants to take me away. He wants to place me. What he wants to do is he wants to place me in a green field. He's just picking me up and placing me in the center of a green field. So I think symbolically what he's doing here with me is he's actually giving me a great indication with regards to actually just wanting to take you away from your scenario, but also place you into a very good position where you're feeling grounded, okay, where you're actually getting a sense of control within your own life. Because I feel somewhat, and forgive me for saying this, I know this is a public platform and Spirit won't give us too much they want us to give away, but I feel somewhat that I need to be encouraging you to actually get control and take back those reins, you would understand. Okay, so please, again, do let me know if this is making sense there with you, darling. Okay, I can see that we have a few scammers here, guys. Please do ignore those comments. And Nikki, you're saying that was a long-running family joke. We always joke that him and my nana were always in a field in the middle of nowhere, walking and rambling, etc. Perfect. As long as you understand the reason why he was doing that with me, that's absolutely fantastic. But I do get this great understanding as he's working this little bit harder with me and a little bit more closer with me as well, my lovely, that I just want to be saying to you that you would have a great understanding with regards to this gentleman coming to you in invitation, okay, making himself known to you in a spiritual sense, okay, because what he does with me is he's just giving me this information, he's placing his hand on my shoulder. It's my left shoulder in particular that he's touching as he's giving me this info. Okay, so you would understand with regards to being able to sense and pick up on the energies of gentlemen. And I do feel as though I want to be saying that I need to drawn over to the left-hand side of my body somewhat as he just continues to converse there with me. Okay, what he does give me a sense of as well, my darling, and what I feel I need to be saying to you, okay, is that everything is going to be okay. Okay, and I'm asking him why he's telling me this, and he's giving me an idea and an understanding that I need to be drawn to two other people, you would understand, where there's an awful lot of conflicting issues that are going on at the present moment in time. I feel as though this is within a blood vein of the family as well, he makes me understand, because he just talks to me about family blood as well as he gives that information to me there, darling. So again, please do let me know if this is understandable and you can understand why it is that he's placed that with me. It was his left side that went first when the tumour took hold. Thank you. Okay. But do you please, again, understand the reason why he wants to work with me on the left-hand side of my body? And I feel as though I need to be talking and relating this to you in a very strong spiritual sense of the word as well. Okay, my lovely. So do let me know if you have that understanding of him coming close by to you in from the left-hand side, or indeed if you do feel that touch that just comes close on your left shoulder there. Okay, let me get a little bit more for you just before we we send him back off up to the angels and get your parting gift. You don't know what you mean about the family blood thing, unfortunately. Okay, I need to work a little bit harder then, because he just gives me an understanding of confliction with regards to two. Okay, so I know that he's making me understand that there would have been, if it's not going on now, there would have been conflicting issues around two people closely connected to this gentleman, that you can understand why he wants to make that reference, because he's saying to me, everything is going to be okay. So it's my sense and my understanding that, you know what, everything has settled. The water has actually calmed now. Okay. And that's the reason why he was placing that there within my mind. As I say, sometimes we don't always get the information bang on and correct. It just means that we have to work that little bit harder if you can't take or understand the information the first time around there. Okay, I just want to be saying to you as well that this gentleman, as he comes that little bit closer and he starts working on my taste, he wants to give me some shortbread. Okay, so I know that there would have been a fondness for shortbread around this gentleman. Okay, and what I want to be doing with it is I want to be dipping it into a lovely hot cup of tea. So I'm making it go all nice and soft and soggy as I'm actually placing that within my mouth. Okay, so please do take that again as information that he's bringing forward with regards to validation, whether that be indeed with you or indeed with him. He places that within my mouth and I can taste that now as he does so. Okay, okay, all right, okay, my friend. He just does give me a great understanding as well, that I just want to be encouraging you just to be allowing your mind to be taken into that relaxation with regards to linking with music. Okay, he just draws me to all different types of genres of music as he's starting to play all these different tunes out in my mind. So I know that I feel a lot more at ease. I know I feel a lot settled with you when I'm listening to lots of different music. Okay, and he's just giving me that again as a little bit more validation that I want to be placing with you there at this moment in time, my darling. Okay, what I'm going to do just before I send him back off up to the angels, I'm going to ask him if we can have a parting gift there for you, and again just converse with me through the comments just so I know that you're able to understand what it is that he's been giving me to direct to you here this evening. Okay, all right, okay. For some reason he's just taking me to my shirt. Okay, but what he's doing with my shirt is he's actually giving me a great understanding that he would have liked a neat pressed shirt, but he would have liked it the shirts that would have actually have had the vertical fine lines that would have actually run within the print of the shirt. Okay, I know that he would have been an incredibly smart gentleman. Okay, I know that he actually would have been very proud as well, not just proud within his own physical sense, okay, with his own physical appearance, but I know that he would have been a very proud gentleman. I know that I would have been incredibly proud of my family. I know that I'm incredibly proud of you at this moment in time as well. He makes me understand. Okay, so I know that I need to really be championing you at this present moment in time. I feel as though I need to be associating this to, because he takes my mind somewhat into different places, and he's taken me from a darkness into a lightness. So I know that you've overcome lots and lots of life-changing hurdles here, and I'm very proud of the fact of how you've handled things here, my lovely. Okay, so please do take what he's given you with lots and lots of love, and also lots of encouragement, because I just want to be saying, keep it up, keep it up. So I don't know if this would have been terminology indeed that this gentleman would have used when he would have been speaking to you, but I do want to say, just keep it up. Okay, my darling, let's just get that parting gift. What is that, my friend? Okay, all right. Okay. Do you know what he wants to do with me? I don't know if this is something that you can relate to as a child, or indeed if this is something that is actually present within your mind at this moment in time. Indeed, whether or not there are young children that are around you. Okay, but what he wants to do is he wants to take me to an old-fashioned doll's house. Okay, you know the old-fashioned doll's houses that would have actually have opened up through the front, where you would have actually have just placed little pieces of furniture, and he's showing me peg people as well. You know the old-fashioned washing line pegs, where we would have made people. Okay, and I feel as though I just want to be actually putting all of these and laying out scenes and sets as he's working away with me here. You're saying thank you so much, Bill. Lots of things make so much sense. Perfect. Please do take this gift, this parting gift that you bring forward, whether that be within the physical that you can understand and relate to back in your early younger years, or indeed if this is something that I just want to be placing around younger children within the family unit right now. Okay, but I do just get this strong essence and sense of wanting to place a doll's house with you with tiny little peg people. So please do let me know, my sweetheart, if you understand that information there, and I will say God bless you, God bless him. Thank you both so much for allowing me to work with you, and I will leave it there. Thank you so much. Okie dokie. I'm just going to take a swig of my water, guys, because Spirit do make me really dry when they work with me. And I will start my next communication link. And I'm just going to keep an eye on the comments here as well. Okay. So Nikki, you're saying I can't place a doll's house or peg people. I don't think. Okay, then I want to be taking that. I want to be taking that, my darling, as a symbolic gesture. Okay, and as he's taking me into this doll's house, I know that I need to be associating this to the physical sense with regards to the home. Okay, I want to be changing things, and I want to be making the dynamics of things slightly different. But I just want to be making sure that with these little peg people that he's placing within my mind, that I'm placing the correct people in my home, in and around my home. So I hope that that makes more sense with you. As I say, sometimes it comes through symbolically, sometimes it comes through physically, you can understand, but I will leave that with you, darling, and I will continue. Okie dokie, let's see where else it is that I'm going to, because I have this beautiful lady who's starting to make herself known to me now. Okay, the first thing that she does with me, even before she actually gives me an understanding about her physical presence, or indeed shows herself to me, she makes me feel, excuse me, she makes me feel incredibly sick. Okay, she makes me feel as though I would have really suffered being physically sick an awful lot at the back end of my life before I crossed to spirit. Okay, I understand that she's taken me somewhat down into my stomach area, so I know that there have been issues in and around my tummy with this lady prior to my passing. She places a metallic taste within my mouth, and when spirit do this to me, I identify that straight away to chemo and radiotherapy. Okay, so I know that this would have been a cancerous condition that this lady actually would have encountered prior to making her crossing back home into the world of spirit. Okay, I do get a strong essence that I want to be talking about mum here. Okay, because she calls out mum to me as she actually starts to give me this information, and she starts to work that little bit closer with me. Okay, what I do get a great understanding of as well, she gives me she calls out Hazel. She's saying Hazel to me. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the comment section here and see if Hazel is with us. Hazel Harrison is with us. Hazel Harrison, I wonder, my lovely, if you can relate to this information, please, my darling. Just do let me know if this relates to you, or indeed if there's anybody else here that can understand the name Hazel that this lady just wants to bring forward at this moment in time with me. Okay, I'll continue to work with her whilst I wait on your comments to come up into the feed box there. I know with this lady as well, okay, Leslie, you're saying your mum had a stroke. I feel as though this is a cancerous condition that I need to be identifying to, Leslie, my darling, because she's not taking this metallic taste away from inside of my mouth at this moment in time. So I don't feel that the stroke actually fits in with the information that she's giving me at this moment in time there, my darling. Okay, but I know that I need to be sticking on the vein of mum. Okay, Whether this be mum or mum's mum, I know that I'm on that maternal link side of the family unit that she's just giving me and making me conscious about as well. I just want to give you banana sandwiches as well, because she's Spirit love to work with me with food. She's just placing banana sandwiches, the taste of banana sandwiches within my mouth, okay, as she works away here with me. So I know that this would be a relevant piece of information that somebody can understand. Martin, you're saying your nan had internal bleeding in her stomach. Not sure about the name. Hazel. Okay, my friend. And Paul Ashton, you're just saying you would love a reading if I'm drawn to you. Okay, my friend. Again, I will go, Paul, with whomever it is that Spirit actually draw me to. You was only 4 when your mum died, Hazel, so you're not sure. Okay. All right, I'm going to just continue to work with her, Hazel. Okay. And I'm going to continue. If you were only young when mum passed, then I would like to give me more identifiable pieces of information that you can actually relate to. Okay, I can see you popping up there that you love banana sandwiches. That's great. So there we go. She's starting to work on other bits of information that she knows that we need to be relating to because of the issue or the lack of understanding with regards to her, because she passed when you were so young. God bless you. Okay, my darling. All right, let me get a little bit more. And it's funny because she was a step ahead of us, and Spirit worked in the most wonderful of ways. So she must have known to place that banana sandwich in my mouth because of the identifying issue here. Okay, let me continue to work with her, because I do want to say with her, Hazel, that she gives me great understanding. I just want to be a little bit more rounded with her. Okay, so I don't know if you have any photos that you're able to relate back to that you can actually make reference to with regards to the information that she places with me. But I have such a beautiful face as well, she tells me. She gives me such a great understanding. She pulls my skin taut on my face. So I know that this lady would have beautiful, beautiful skin. I don't want to have any lines on her as well. Okay, as she works with me. Okay, and she just makes me want to touch on the underside of my chin as well. She's conjoining her energies with me here. Okay, so I know that I don't want no blemishes whatsoever. This is what she's talking to me about, and this is what she's giving me a great understanding of. Okay, Hazel, can you please also understand why she just wants to draw me to the colour purple? Okay, she's just placing purple as a colour within my mind at this moment in time. When I work with colours spiritually, okay, I start to either identify them to the chakra points within the chakra system. Okay, so purple or indigo would take me up to my third eye. Okay, so this would be a great insight, okay, with regards to an understanding with this colour. But also as I work, you have some photos of her. She is beautiful. Thank you, my darling. Okay, I wonder if you can just identify as well to actually just revisiting those photos and being black and white as well, okay, because she just shows to me as I've read that out, and she's heard me say that. Okay, but I just want to stick on this vein with regards to the colour that she's working with me on here. Okay, I know that she's taken me up into my third eye when she's working with me in my chakra. So again, I need to be saying to you, there's a great insight here with you. I feel as though I need to be identifying, do actually do see Spirit, okay? And we need to be working around and on this chakra as well. You would understand and identify. Purple for me as well is a color that I work on with regards to healing. So I know at this present moment in time, my darling, that we need to be bringing Spirit somewhat closer to you, and we need to be wrapping you up with a little bit of healing and asking those healing angels just to step that little bit closer to you and give you that extra support that it is that you need right now in your life. And you're saying to me that you see purple when you meditate. That's perfect. That's absolutely fantastic. So you know that you're actually getting to a point now when you're working with Spirit where I feel and I understand with the way that she's communicating with me that we just need to be a little bit more expansive, and we need to be working a little bit harder around this chakra point here. You would identify to as well, please, my darling. But as I say, I just want to actually just embrace, and I just want to wrap you up with lots of purple healing colours at this present moment in time. time. Okay, let me see what else it is that your lovely mum is just bringing forward here for me. I know that I've got a love for dogs as well. You're saying, I think she's around me as I had a stroke last year. That's the reason why she's given me all of the essence of that healing that she wants me to be placing with you there, my lovely. Okay. But I know that I've got a great understanding and a love for dogs, whether I'm placing this with you or indeed whether I'm placing it with this lady. But I want small breed dogs, and I'm just asking her just to come a little bit closer, work that little bit harder with me, just so that I can see if I can get the breed, because that would be absolutely fantastic. She wants to place a Yorkie, a little Yorkshire Terrier within my mind. So I know I'm working on this breed of a terrier dog as well that she just wants me to be identifying to here as well. But you know what? I want to take great comfort, and I want to take um okay, I just feel so what I want to be doing is I just want to be very rested. It's almost as though what she's doing with me, she's placing this little dog on my lap, and I just want to be stroking this little dog, and it's making me feel very rested. Okay, it's actually just placing me in a good sense and a frame of mind, you would understand. And again, let me know if that makes sense with you. If not, I need to work a little bit harder and ask why symbolically she's doing that there with me, lovely. Okay, let me get some more for you, because she's willing to work, and that's always lovely when spirit do so with us. Okay, all right. I know as well that she just talks to me, Hazel, with regards to okay, with regard, would you understand why I want to be holding on to a handrail? Okay, also I'm placing this with you, my darling. I feel as though I've got your granddaughter works with animals. Perfect. Okay, because I get a great calming essence as I've got this little dog that she's placing on my lap at this moment in time, where I'm stroking it. A real calming essence, a real calming influence. So you would understand that this granddaughter actually has this fantastic calming influence around you. Indeed, a great connection here. I want to be saying, okay, but I just want a handrail that she's given me to hold on to. So I don't know if I've had extra support with regards to handrails being placed within your home to help you, or indeed if there's a need for you to actually be holding on to something for that additional support. But I know that she's just placed that within my mindset, and she's given that to me for a reason. And again, I hope that that identifies with you. And again, please do let me know if you have a great understanding of why she's done that there. Okay, my lovely. All right. But you would understand as well, she draws me down into my legs somewhat, Hazel. Feels like she's placing this with me again, just to have a little bit more understanding with you, my darling. Okay. Because my legs feel tired. Okay. My legs, I feel like what I need to be saying to you is I've had to work incredibly hard on my legs. I've needed to build them up. Okay. And you're saying she does feel you have had two handrails. Okay. But you would understand that's the reason why she's giving me the essence of this weakness within my legs with you. Okay. I've had to work hard to rehabilitate my legs as well. You would understand that she tells me. Okay. So again, I'll just place that with you and wait for you, my lovely, just to give me the feedback there. If you're happy so far with what it is that I've given you, just before I send her back off up to the angels, I will ask her if we can have a parting gift for you. And what she's doing with me, it's come straight in, straight away, as quick as that. What she's doing with me is she's actually giving me a brown sealed envelope with a barcode on it. Okay, so I know that I'm waiting for something to come through the door in the post. Okay, something with a barcode. Your legs need more healing. Okay, darling. Then what I'll do is I'll ask those healing angels just to draw their energies close by to you this evening and place that extra support where it is that's needed right now. God bless you, my darling. Okay. I'm waiting on this parcel, Hazel, you would understand. One with a barcode. So I know, and I don't want it to be a big package. I feel as though it would be something that would fit through the letterbox. Okay. So I feel as though I'm working on the size of an A3 dimension here. Okay. I'm asking her what it is that she's giving to me, why she's giving me this parcel. Okay. I feel and I understand with the way that she's working here with me is that I want to just be saying to you, I've got a pleasant surprise. So it's almost as though somebody's just sent something through to me, or there's something that's about to drop through that letterbox that's going to surprise you. She takes me into the month of January as well. She talks to me about here. So I know January must be a significant month with either herself or you that she wants me to be bringing forward and identify as well. What she does give me as well as another parting gift for you, my darling, just before okay, just before she draws her energies away, okay, she just gives me, you're waiting for a parcel from your daughter. There you go. Okay. I hope that it has that barcode because I can hear the beep of the handheld device that the postman would use when they're scanning that prior to actually posting that through the letterbox there. Okay, my darling. Okay. Let me just give you this last piece of information and this gift that she wants me to be placing with you before we send her back off up to the angel. She just comes close to me. She shows me a heart. She shows me the shape of a heart as she's working with me. She gives that to me as a piece of rose quartz as well. Okay, so I know that there must be a piece of rose quartz, especially in the shape of the heart, that I need to be placing with you, my lovely, at this moment in time. So I know that I'm delivering that to you with lots and lots of love from this lady. So I will leave her love with you, and I will say God bless you and God bless her, and thank you both for giving me the opportunity of working with you both. Thank you so much. Okay, right. Just have another sip of water, guys. Okay. Right, let me see where else we're going here this evening, guys. I've got the essence. I've got the essence of a younger lady that wants to make a communication here with me this evening. Okay, Hazel, you're saying you have rose quartz heart under your pillow. Wonderful, and thank her so much for giving us such wonderful evidence. And again, please, guys, just do ignore the spammers. I think Harry Matthews is on the case right now, so. Please do know that the spammers and Harry Matthew is by no means affiliated to the Keep On Chatting Network or indeed myself. Okie dokie. Right, I've got a younger lady. I know I never made old bones with this lady before she passed to spirit. As this lady conjoins her energies with me, as she starts to give me an understanding and an essence and a feeling of herself, what I want to be saying is that I want to be small framed, okay? I don't want to be on the side of petite. I do want to be small framed with her as she comes that little bit closer and starts working with me. I do know with this lady, okay, I do know with this lady that she would have actually been a true fighter. She gives me, okay. I know that I need to be saying that she was a true fighter. So she's given me a great understanding here that she would have actually suffered with illness prior to making her crossing home into the world of spirit. Okay, I feel with her, the reason why she's drawn her energies and she's made me feel so small framed is because dynamically this condition, and I do want to say condition, I'm just getting her to just give me a little bit more. Okay, I do want to say that this actually dynamically changed me somewhat. It did make me lose some considerable amount of weight. Okay, that's what she gives me as she starts to come close and work that little bit harder here with me. I feel with her that I'm saying to give me an age here. Okay, I feel with her that she's saying to me 40 with an arrow pointing upwards. So I know that I would have just gone over my 40s, or indeed I would be beyond my 40s with this lady as an age range that she needs or wants me to be identifying to. I know the person that would connect to this lady has a great understanding of spirit, okay, because when spirit work with me in this vein and give me this information, they touch the top of my head and they're doing it somewhat quite a lot at this present moment in time. So I know I'm working with a very spiritually minded individual who can take receipt of this message. Okay, I need to be saying as well that I feel and I understand Okay. I feel and I know that I understand with her. Um, okay. I want to talk about November because she talks to me about November, so I know November would be significant with regards to this lady or indeed the recipient who can take this message. November would be a significant month within either one of your lives that she wants me to understand and again to bring forward here for you. Okay, I don't feel with this lady that I'm making a family tie connection. Okay, I feel as though I'm working on a vibration where I actually know her family. Okay, so whether this be a family friend or a friend of the family that you can understand, where you're actually able and in a position to actually pass the information over to my loved ones. Okay, so please do let me know, guys, if this sits well with any of you, and I will continue to work with her and get a little more information from her as I'm moving forward with the vein of this message. I feel and I understand with the way that she's talking to me now, okay, that there's been an awful lot of changes structurally with regards to the recipient that I want to be touching base with here this evening. And when I talk about structurally, what she does with me is she's making me understand about building works. So I feel as though I need to be relating this to somebody that would actually understand about there being structural changes to my home, or I'm planning to have some type of structural changes to my home. You would understand, please. Because it's almost as though what I want to be doing is I want to have an expanse here. Okay, so I'm getting a great understanding of, I'm feeling compact and I'm feeling as though I don't have an awful lot of room and I want to expand. I don't want to move. I want to expand where I'm currently seated. Okay, so I know that I need to be giving that part of the info over as well. Okay, let's see where else we're going, beautiful lady. Okay. Okay, she holds up. She holds up as she's working with me. Um, a glass of prosecco as well. Okay, so I know that again, recipient will love a glass of prosecco, or indeed, I'm bringing this glass of prosecco forward because I want to be acknowledging, or I want to be toasting a significant chapter within my life here. Okay. So again, guys, if anybody can relate to this, please do let me know because I can feel us stepping back a little bit here. I can see that Paul, you're saying never had a reading. Do hope someone comes to. Oh, okay, my friend. Well, thank you for joining us. But as I said earlier on in the evening, I can only go where it is that spirit direct me or draw me to. So I know that at this moment in time, Paul, I don't feel I'm with you here, my friend. Okay, I'm just going to scroll through my messages here because I need to find this link. I need to establish this link with one of you beautiful people that are joining this evening. Okay, okay. I don't know if Jessica Bailey has an understanding with this lady. Jessica, please do let me know if you do. Tracy, you can relate. It's not prosecco, it's Harbour. Okay, all right. I was drawn to Jessica Bailey for some reason, but Tracy, if you can relate, then that's perfect. You would understand as well, though, that I don't want a blood type connection. It's almost as though you would understand who this lady is, and you would actually have a great relationship with this lady's family, because I do feel as though you are the link that needs to be passing the message over. But you would understand about this toasting scenario being placed around you, okay, and this expanse of this change again being placed in and around you, because I've asked her to give me some relatable information where the recipient can actually understand, so that I know I'm on the correct vein with you, then, my darling. So once again, just do let me know. Jessica, you're saying you can only relate to 40s and not petite. Perfect. Then I will continue to work with Tracy and Ashley in that case. So Tracy, just do please, my darling, continue to converse there with me. I'm going to get some information for you from her. Okay. She talks to me about a little boy. So again, I don't know if I'm bringing this little boy as a connection around you, my darling, or indeed a little boy that she would have left on the earth plane. Okay, but she just gives me a great understanding about talking about a little boy. Okay, but I want to say that this little boy, okay, the expanse is the family, and you are 48. Perfect. Thank you, my darling. You would understand about this little boy. Again, I feel within the family. I want to say that I've been here before. He's an old soul. Okay, and I'm a real chuckler with this little boy. I'm a happy-go-lucky individual because she just gives me laughing and smiling as she's working with me here. And I know that this child indeed makes me feel very, very happy, okay? Brings lots of joy into my life. And again, whether this is with you or with she, I'm not quite sure, my darling, but I know that I just want to be placing that info and bringing that forward there for you as well, sweetheart. Okay. I want to do something different with my stairs as well, okay? She says to me, talk about the stairs. Okay, so I want to change. The physicality, the look in these stairs. Okay, is he in this world? Now, I get a great sense that I wanted to place this child here within the physical sense. I wanted to place this child here. She didn't give me an understanding that he had actually gone to the spirit world, okay, because I just get this great essence and sense of wanting to be very chuckly and smiley with him. Okay. But I do know that I just want to be relating to stairs and the change of stairs around you as well. Whether that's aesthetically changing, cosmetically changing it, she just places that within my mind there to be bringing forward to you as well there, my darling. Okay. All right. And also, can you just understand the fact as well that she just wants me to start opening. Yes, she adored him. You got that 100%. Thank you, my darling. Okay. She just wants me to be giving and handing you an oracle deck of cards, oracle cards, and he talks to her on your stairs. That's why. Perfect. Thank you, my darling. I want to place these cards with you. I want you to have a tinker with cards. I want you to be playing with cards, giving readings from cards, you would understand, but oracle decks. I don't want to be drawn to the tarot decks. I want cards that have pictures and bold words upon them, and I want to be drawn into these pictures, and I want to be as descriptive as I possibly can with regards to how that picture relates to me, and it gives me a story with regards to whom I'm passing the information over to. So I'm going to place that with you as well there, my darling. Now, just before I send her back off up to the angels, I'm asking her if I can just have a parting gift for you. You do have cards, but not use them. Well, there we go. Through your own free will, there's a reason why she's been giving me this information. So you must understand that you've either been tinkering with this idea, this has been something that's been at the forefront of your mind, or indeed that you're getting this draw and this urge to want to be doing this. And again, let me know if that makes sense there, my sweet. Okay, I'm asking for your parting gift. Do you know what she's placing in my mouth? She's giving me a Terry's chocolate orange. She's given me all the different segments of chocolate orange that I want to be giving to you. So I know that there must be a love around you, or indeed around her, with regards to this orange flavoured chocolate there, my darling. So I'm going to leave that with you. It has been for a few years. You are sensitive. Okay, my darling. So again, through free will, and it is through free will, give it a go if that's what you feel. Okay. And you're going, no, lol. So there's obviously a reason why she's placed that orange with me, and that's why that sits and relates to you. And again, do share it with us so that we all have a great understanding with regards to why she's done that. There's obviously a jovialness that's being placed here with her as she starts to draw her energies back, and she's just blowing a kiss to you. But I feel as though I need you to be placing this kiss. I feel as though I want this to be going to a sibling of mine. I feel as though I want to be talking about a sister here as well that we can be placing this kiss with. So I will leave her love with you. I will say, God bless you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity of working with you and she. You used to make a cheesecake and she loved my Terry's chocolate orange one. She is a bugger. Well, there you go. I will say God bless her and thank you so much for working with me and leave a love with you. And I think that that's probably going to be bringing me up to time now, guys, with regards to handing back over to Karen, because I know that network is incredibly busy and there are more scheduled appointments for this evening. So, Karen, I will hand back over to you, my love.
Hello. Thank you ever so much. I'm sure everyone's absolutely loved this evening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Before we let you go, if you could just reiterate the information that you provided at the beginning of the evening about yourself, so people know where to find you for future reference.
I will do. So
that would
you
be
can find me on
appreciated.
Facebook, guys. Okay, sure. So you can find me on Facebook, guys. Bill Hughes Psychic Medium, as you can see, just displayed under my name there. Please come over to my page and give it a like. You will see all of my monthly schedule, where I'm serving, what I'm doing, what I'm up to. You can also find me on Spiritual Psychics TV. I have a fortnightly show called Collective Consciousness on Spiritual Psychics TV, where I invite a guest medium to share the virtual platform with me every other week, and we deliver messages like I've been doing this evening. But also what we do is we attempt to do a conjoined link where we blend both of our energies with the same spirit communicator for the same recipient. So it'll be lovely for you to come and visit my page, and you're very, very welcome. And once again, Karen, it's been an absolute pleasure serving the Keep On Chatting Network, and I'm very humbled and blessed for the invite. So thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us. It's very much appreciated, and for the lovely messages that you've given this evening. Don't be disheartened or disappointed, anyone, if you didn't receive a message. Unfortunately, we only have an hour and it's not possible for everyone to receive a message. But please do know that your loved ones in spirit, obviously, they loved you when they were here and they still love you, even though they've crossed over. So don't be too disappointed they've not come through. It's not always possible. And today may not have just been your day. You may come on another evening and it might be your evening. You just never know. As we always like to say, I always like to say about all our readers that we're just the mouthpiece. All we are doing, we are the communicator, we are the go-between. And that's how I like to talk about us. No disrespect, Bill, but that's how I like to explain it. We are just the go-between. We are just the mouthpiece for spirit to share information. So please, like I said, don't be disheartened.
We totally
Send up your
are.
love to everybody. And join us next Thursday at 7 o'clock. We have these free reading nights. We do them every single week at 7 p.m. on a Thursday. We have a different reader every week for you. But if you're in, we also do we've got a witchcraft show, we've got UFOs, we've got conspiracy theories, we've got paranormal, you name it, we basically try and cover it for you. So if you are interested in any of that, at 9 o'clock this evening, we've got the open mic hour with our very own Gary Fields. And tonight he will be talking to Gavin about demonology. So thank you all for joining us this evening. It's very much appreciated. Go over to Bill's page, give it a like. It's in the comments. I have pinned it to the comments as well on in the comments section of the live, and it will remain there. So please do go on there, give him a like, give him a follow, find out what he's up to. And I'll say thank you to Bill and thank you to everyone watching. And take care, everyone. Lots of love and good night.
Good night, everyone.